Well, this looks a little different than yesterday did at this time. I know a lot of people are traveling home today because a lot of people took last week and then this weekend off. So I think today's going to be a big travel day. Parks might not be very crowded today. Big difference today. Once again, welcome back to our 4th of July weekend spectacular, part number 2. Let's do another patriotic walk down Main Street, USA. The red, white, and blue banners will be up probably till later in July. And then the next decorations we are going to see here on Main Street, USA, once the red, white, and blue banners come down, will be the Halloween decorations. Can you believe it? And it's exciting too. Once the Halloween parties start, the days of the Halloween parties are fantastic, especially as an annual pass holder to come here in the mornings, because nobody wants to spend a full day's ticket price to be at the Magic Kingdom when it closes at 6 p.m. and who can blame people for not wanting to do that? But if you're an annual pass holder, it's gold for you, because you can get on all the big rides like Tron, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Space Mountain, even Splash Mountain Part 2 with 15-20 minute waits. It's amazing. I will say that probably by either the end of July or somewhere between August 1st and 2nd, we'll start to see Halloween decorations go up. Because, I mean, if the first party's on the 7th, Disney's going to need to get on that real quick. Welcome to the Carousel of Progress. As I like to say, this attraction is historic, and this is Walt Disney Imagineering at its absolute finest. And look at this, there's hardly anybody here. Comparable to yesterday, there's nobody here. I think because of the iconic 4th of July scene in here, a lot of people wanted to ride this for the last time on the 4th of July, which I did. But we're going to ride it again. Now we're going to record the entire thing today. So once again, welcome to the iconic Carousel of Progress, ladies and gentlemen. This debuted at the 1964-65 New York's World's Fair. And it went from the World's Fair to Disneyland, and then from Disneyland here to the Magic Kingdom in Orlando at the Walt Disney World Resort. I figured I'd let you read all that. I won't do what a lot of these theme park YouTube vloggers and live streamers do and read the entire thing. I figure most people know how to read.
Hello, paparazzi.
Hello. I hope they keep these iconic scenes.
Well, it sounds pretty good. In fact, that's just the right spirit. Our songwriters, Dick and Bob Sherman of the Walt Disney Studio. The Sherman brothers have written many of the wonderful songs for motion pictures and television shows, and I think this song, written especially for you, captures the spirit of the General Electric Pavilion at the New York World's Fair. Thanks, boys. Say goodbye to the folks.
Bye-bye.
Well, a beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away. That says we're going places. There's progress ahead. And that's just the mood we want for the whole pavilion. Here, for example, is a scale model of the General Electric Carousel Theater. A theater in which the audience itself moves in their seats around the stages. The actors, well, they're not real people, but they are a talented and interesting cast. We call them audio animatronic figures, and they talk and act like human beings. The Carousel Theater will present a warm and entertaining portrayal of how life has changed through electrical energy. The same kind of exciting and unique entertainment is what we're planning for every area of the General Electric Pavilion. So, see you at the fair, and remember,
there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Hello, I'm Rex Allen, and I had the honor of performing in that original show some 30 years ago. And while the show has changed, its spirit of progress is a living tribute to the man who first created it, Walt Disney.
As we're walking into the theater, I'm going to let y'all know right now, there's a unique saying in the 4th of July scene that to my knowledge, not one of these theme park Disney YouTubers or live streamers have ever pointed out. And I'm going to point it out for you after the show. We're going to go back here.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress.
Slide
Just want
down
you to
this
know this is a 20-minute production that's being seated at all times. And as business here in the theater is going to be advancing around Mortimer Station, showing you how for the last 100 years. If you feel as though you're not going to be able to stay with us for the full 20-minute duration, we ask you to gather up your belongings, exit safely out the doors in the back of the theater, come back when you do have 20 minutes to spend with us in this awesomely cool, dry, 74-degree building.
Somebody's awake.
Once again, folks, this is a 20-minute production that's being seated at all times. No eating, drinking, or smoking. Flash photography, video killing, or strictly prohibited. Enjoy the show. Children, keep an eye on your parents. Parents, keep an eye on your children. Have yourselves an awesome day. Happy New Year!
Welcome to Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. You're in for a real treat. The Carousel of Progress was Walt's own idea from beginning to end. He loved it. He introduced the show at the World's Fair in New York City in 1964, and it was an immediate smash hit. Millions of people came to see it. And since then, the Carousel of Progress has had more performances than any other stage show in the history of American theater. You know, Walt loved the idea of progress, and he loved the American family. And he himself was probably as American as anyone could possibly be. He thought it would be fun to watch the American family go through the 20th century, experiencing all the new wonders as they came. And he put them together in a show called Carousel of Progress, which we are now about to see. Although our Carousel family has experienced a few changes over the years, our show still revolves around the same theme, and that's progress. May the century begin.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow is just a dream away. Then there's a spring, that's a start, tomorrow's a dream, time apart.
And when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So it's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow,
Shining at the end of every day.
the Robins are getting ready to celebrate Valentine's Day today. What year is it? Oh, right around the turn of the century. And believe me, things couldn't be any better than they are today. Yes, sir, buildings are towering now as high as 20 stories. The moving pictures flicker up on a big screen. We have almost 8,000 automobiles in this country, and we can travel by train from New York to California in less than 7 days. And I even hear tell about 2 brothers from North Carolina who are working on some kind of flying contraption. It'll never work. Closer to home, we've now got gas lamps, a telephone, and the latest design in cast iron stoves. And that reservoir keeps 5 gallons of water hot and just 3 buckets of coal. Oh boy, it sure beats chopping wood. And isn't our new ice box a beauty? Look at that, holds 50 pounds of ice. Milk doesn't sour as quick as it used to. And our dog Rover here keeps the water in the drip pan from overflowing. It wasn't too long ago we had to carry water from a well. And thanks to Progress, we've got a pump right here in the kitchen. Of course, we keep a bucket of water handy to prime it with. Yes, sir, we've got everything we need to make life easier. Say, Mother, I was reading about a fellow named Tom Edison who's working on an idea for snap-on electric lights.
Electric lights? No more kerosene, no more gas.
Sarah sure gets to the core of the apple.
But we do have this new wash day marvel. Now it takes me only 5 hours to do the wash. Imagine, it used to take 2 days.
Well, that's right, folks. Now Sarah has time for other things
Like canning and cleaning the oven.
Yes, dear.
Ovens don't just clean themselves, you know.
I know, dear. And they probably never will.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get the laundry off the line before it starts raining cats and dogs.
Don't worry, Rover. She didn't mean real dogs. Besides, it's not going to rain today. My lumbago isn't acting up.
I'm not going to say I told you so.
Boy, look at it come down. All you have to do is put your wash on the line, right? Oh well, the cistern was low anyway.
Wow, look at that.
Now, James, I thought I told you to ask my permission before using my new stereoscope. That's not a toy, you know.
Ooh la la. So that's little Egypt doing the hoochie coochie, eh, Dad?
Isn't she a knockout? She's the star of the new World's Fair in St. Louis, and now you put that away before your mother finds it.
Aw, Dad.
You heard me. Well, we have one of those new talking machines. Now that is something. It plays music right here in our home.
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
She keeps that thing going all day long. Progress.
Oh, Papa.
Yes, Patricia?
Papa, all these people. I'm indecent.
Don't worry, Patricia. They're friends. That's our teenage daughter. She's getting ready to go to a Valentine's dance across town on one of those new horseless trolleys.
I think it's very romantic you're taking Mother out for Valentine's dinner this evening.
Well, you know what kind of sport I am.
I only hope I have an evening as romantic as yours and mine.
Now, you be home by 9 o'clock, daughter. You hear me?
Yes, Father.
Oh, well, with all this talking, I've worked up quite a thirst. I think I'll take one of those newfangled trolleys down to the drugstore soda fountain and meet the boys for a cold sarsaparilla. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. We're drinking root beer now. Same kind of thing, different name. Well, that's progress for you. And speaking of progress,
There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow is just a little away. Man has a dream, and that's the start. He follows his dream with vibrant heart, and when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
Phew, boy, hottest 4th of July we've had in years. We've come a long way, though, since the turn of the century, over 20-some-odd years ago. You know that pilot fellow, Charles Lindbergh? He's about to fly a single-wing airplane all the way across the Atlantic. He's never going to make it. And sports stadiums are springing up all over. And boy, nobody hits that old horse hide like that new fella Babe Ruth. Jazz music is the cat's meow. And there's been ads in the paper for months for a movie starring Al Jolson. And he's going to talk and sing. Oh, boy, I've got to see that. There goes Schwartz in his upmobile. He sure loves that horn. You know, in my new Essex, I've got an electric starter. Now I don't have to crank. We can travel from New York to Los Angeles by train in only 3 days. And we've got a house full of new electrical servants. Mr. Edison sure added life to our home. Whoa there, you'll blow a fuse. Crap, it's the third one this week. I buy fuses by the case. Uh-oh, and I've blown the whole neighborhood again. Easy, Rover. Jimmy, hurry up with that fuse.
Shucks! Every time he has company, he blows a fuse. And guess who always has to change it?
I heard that, young man. I heard that.
Oh, well, that's more like it. John, yours is the last costume I've got to finish before the parade starts.
Sarah's Ladies Club is responsible for our town's 4th of July celebration tonight. She's got us all roped into performing in their program.
And I've decided we're going as George and Martha Washington, dear.
Oh, the father of our country. That's a role that really fits me. You know,
I'm so glad we installed an electric light fixture here on the porch because it's just too darn hot to be sewing inside.
Yes, Sarah. You know, next year I'd like to go as Benedict Arnold.
Wait until you see what I've got planned for the fireworks show tonight.
Rover, don't interrupt while Sarah's interrupting.
And guess who volunteered to choose the music for the program?
I did, Pop. Listen to this.
Oh, that's a nice tune, Jimmy. You know, with our new Crossley radio set, we can get news and big-time entertainment from all over the country, even Pittsburgh.
We're starting to arrive downtown for a spectacular 4th of July parade and fireworks event tonight. Mayor Beaverview.
Oh, Patricia.
Yes, Father?
Better get a move on. The radio says folks are arriving downtown.
Do I really have to go? If my new boyfriend Theodore sees me in this, it'll scare him away.
Well, dear, if that happens, you'll always have that torch you can carry for him.
Oh, Father.
Calm down, Rover. I was only kidding. By the way, we have indoor plumbing now. Oh, boy, that's really great on cold nights, especially for our perennial house guest, old Uncle Orville. Uncle Orville's taken over the coolest spot in the house, of course, and he's rigged up a real clever contraption. He calls it air cooling. Too bad he's not reading the help wanted ads.
No privacy at all around this place.
Sorry, Orville. You know, considering all the... Oh, coming, Martha, as I was saying, considering all the conveniences we now have, I'll say that we're really on easy street these days. It just can't get any better. Just goes to show that there's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow. Evolves his dream with mind, heart, and when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away. Well, it's another Halloween here in the fabulous 40s. Everything is better than ever now, and we've got some amazing new wonders around the house to prove it. For instance, our refrigerator holds more food and ice cubes. And thanks to our automatic dishwasher, oh, I don't have to dry the dishes anymore after supper. Gives Rover and me more time to enjoy our evening stroll together. Later, boy. Oh, and here's something else that's new. I just heard a new term today on the radio. Fella says, we've got something now called the rat race. Did you ever hear that one? It sure describes my life. I'm involved in something now called commuting. I drive into the city for work all day and then turn right around and drive all the way back. And the highway is crowded with fellow rats doing the same thing.
That's what they call progress, dear.
Yeah, I guess she's right. But we do have television when it works. Gives you something to do after you come home. I kind of like it, you know? Guy named John Cameron Swayze gives us all the news. And then they have all this singing and dancing. A lot of fluff, but it's fun. You know, I predict the day when millions of people will learn Latin and Greek sitting in front of their TV sets.
Are you awake, dear? Give him a left, you big log.
Ah, yes, a new age of electronic civilization is upon us.
Hey, Dad, what do you think of my jack-o'-lantern?
Oh, boy, that's scary.
That's because I'm using my beautiful sister Patty's picture for a motto.
Down, Rover. Jim, Rover appreciates your joke.
Now, you're always kidding poor Patty. She's certainly prettier than either of you.
You hear that? My daughter Patty is using that old exercise machine she rescued from the attic. It was all the rage in the 20s. Grandma, of course, had to have one. Didn't work then, doesn't work now. Consistent at least. Makes a lot of noise and blows fuses.
As I was saying, Dad, I think college is really swell. You should give it a try. Oh, Patty, are you going to the Halloween party tonight? Oh, yes. And I'm hoping with those few oranges I get since I'm going to met Rainbow Girlfriend. Girlfriend? What a fuzz! He's coming up that headless horseman. Get this! Come on, man. That claw's not for Howard. You're going with his no rabbit.
Oh, poor Howard. I wonder what they said about me when I was dating Sarah. You're lucky, Rover. You don't have to date. Well, we're caught up in the do-it-yourself craze these days. We're remodeling our basement in something called a rumpus room, and we're looking forward to a few rumpuses, I'll tell you, as long as they don't get out of hand.
John, this papering is getting out of hand. I could use a little help.
Now, Sarah, didn't I set up that clever automatic paint stirring machine for you?
Yes, John, you're a genius. Of course, this will ruin my food mixer. Not that you'd care.
Oh, good old Sarah. Always the last laugh. What happened, Sarah?
Oh, you and your progress. That paint mixer of yours just sloshed paint across my rump. A rumpus, a broom.
How do you like that? I always say if you're going to be married, marry a girl with a sense of humor. Well, it's time to move on. Let's cheer up Sarah by singing our song. Come on, everybody.
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow's just a dream away. Man has a dream, and that's the start. He follows his dream to find ours, and when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
Isn't it a pleasant holiday? Oh, turkey's in the oven, it's peaceful and quiet.
Yes! 300 points, my best score yet.
Well, it was peaceful until Santa brought that new virtual reality space pilot game.
Your turn, Grandma. Let's switch the image over to the TV so the resident flying ace can show you how it works. Now, it's a little tricky. Just use your game glove to fly behind the other guy and blast him with your laser blaster.
Laser blaster? Well, I'll give it a try.
Take a look around, Grandma. You're in the ship.
Feels like I'm really there.
Okay, get ready. You're about to blast off.
Here goes nothing. Whoa.
All right, here it comes. Oh, you missed him.
Hey everybody, I'm done programming our new voice activation system.
Now all our household items will do anything we tell them to do.
Great. Tell the refrigerator to bring me a root beer.
Well, it can't quite do that. But I'll show you something it can do. Tree lights 30% brighter.
Oh, that's no big deal. Anybody can do that voice-activated stuff. Watch this. Roar! Beep!
John, the oven should respond to your voice commands now. Give it a try.
Oh, okay. Here goes. Temperature to 375.
Temperature increased to 375.
Look at that. It even talks back.
Reminds me of certain people I know.
Yeah, right, Dad.
You gotta lose him, Grandma. Bank to the right.
Remember Dad's turkey last year?
Yeah, that thing really smoked up the place when it burned, didn't it?
We ended up microwaving frozen pizzas.
Well, no need to worry about the turkey this year. Not with an oven that will do anything your father tells it to do.
Oh, good shot.
Did you see that?
Dad, Grandma's up to 550 points.
Did you say 550? Hey, she's getting the hang of that thing.
550.
I can't believe all the new gadgets they've got now. You know, in my day...
Oh, no. You're not going to tell us about the old days when you didn't even have a car phone.
Hey, Trish, for a while we didn't even have a house phone. Not to mention laser discs and high-def TV. Everything is automated today, including... Well, including that.
No privacy at all around this place.
Sorry, Oracle. Anyway, you guys don't know how good you got it nowadays.
You know, my grandpa told me the very same thing when I was a kid.
Take that, you nincompoop!
Hey, check it out, Dad. Grandma's up to 975 points.
Wow, 975.
Temperature increased to 975. Big motor overload. Command ever.
John, what's wrong with the oven?
What?
Big mode complete. Enjoy your meal.
Anyone for pizza?
Oh, another Christmas turkey ruined.
Man, what a game. I really smoked those guys. Looks like I'm resident flying ace now.
Oh, best 2 out of 3, Grandma.
Later, kid. Boy, that was fun. What will they think of next?
Who knows? We've got a whole new century waiting for us out there.
Yeah, and maybe sometime in the new century, your father will learn how to talk to our oven.
Well, maybe by then ovens will read our minds. But hey, as long as we're all here and happy and together for the holidays, who cares if I burned our Christmas turkey?
I do. I'm starving.
Don't worry, Dad. Someday, everything's gonna be so automated, you won't ever have to cook another Christmas turkey again.
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and tomorrow is just a dream away.
Man has a dream, that's the start.
He follows his dream from home.
And when it becomes a reality, it's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great, beautiful tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. We hope you've enjoyed this tribute to the 1964 Carousel of Progress from the New York World's Fair. Please gather all of your personal belongings and exit through the doors located at the back of the theater. Have a great, big, beautiful day. And remember, tomorrow is just a dream away.
Ready? Ready, stop.
Whoa there, you'll blow a fuse. the third one this week. I buy fuses by the case. Uh-oh. And I've blown the whole neighborhood again. Easy, Rover. Jimmy, hurry up with that fuse.
Shucks! Every time he has company, he blows a fuse. And guess who always has to change it?
I heard that, young man. I heard that.
Oh, well, that's more like it. John, yours is the last costume I've got to finish before the parade starts.
So just like yesterday, this is going to be a good time to start heading out of the park and get back home and relax for a little bit. There's thunderstorms brewing in the area. Got a note from the National Weather Service on my weather app. And you can just tell right there. There's one. And then right down this way, you can see the clouds building right there. So that means in about another hour, hour and a half, we're gonna have some pretty hefty thunderstorms in this area. So we're gonna head on back to the car and head home, and I'll be back tonight for fireworks.
Oh, keep it going. Turn around. Look like it go. To daddy. Look at daddy. Say cheese.
Oh, they have a croquet set in here. How many of y'all watching this video love croquet? It is a staple in our family, especially during the 4th of July weekend. I can remember some intense croquet matches in the back of my grandma and grandpa's house between me, my dad, my aunts and my uncles, my brother, the cousins. Oh man, it would get intense. Love croquet. Yeah, what a major difference from yesterday. Holy God. Back again at the Ticket Transportation Center, where it all starts and finishes. So right on schedule, the thunderstorms have arrived for the afternoon of July 5th, 2026. So once again, I got home with about a 45-minute to an hour window before this started. I've lived here for 6 years now in Orlando, and I'm pretty good at reading the weather in the summertime. And I can tell within about an hour or two when the storms are going to arrive. All right, everybody. Now that I'm home, I got a shower in, cleaned up, feel nice and relaxed. It's thundering, lightning, and raining outside, so I can just kind of relax and talk about the Carousel of Progress for a few minutes. I want to give you my thoughts and opinions on this legendary attraction. Real quick, the scenes as we went through the Carousel of Progress, I zoomed in on some of the areas so you could see the fine details. For those of you that have never ridden this before, or this is your first time seeing it, it travels through the different holidays in the different time frames. You know, you have the first scene, which is Valentine's Day in the late 1800s. Then you go to the 4th of July in roughly the 1920s. And then you have Halloween in the 1940s. And then you have Christmas in what we can assume is the late 80s into the early 90s because of the reference to laser discs and some of the other stuff. And like the voice activation things. That's kind of when a lot of that was being talked about. And also, Laserdisc did come out, I think, right around 1990, I believe it was. Anybody remember those things? Those things were ginormous. You'd have to hold on to them like with like one finger in the center hole, and then your thumb would wrap around the outside, and you put that in the player. We had those in my junior high school. I remember when they came out, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. Now it's like ancient stuff, but it was cool at the time. And the picture clarity was unbelievable at that time. So what we believe is going to happen is the Carousel of Progress is going to go through an update. So they're going to take what I'm guessing is the beginning scene where the curtain raises up and you see the Carousel of Progress logo, the gear, and they talk about the Carousel of Progress and give you a little backstory of it. What I'm guessing is in that scene they're going to put a brand new Walt animatronic, similar to how they did it out at Disneyland in California. And so I'm guessing that's going to go there. And then the scenes after that, I believe, if I understand correctly, I believe they're going to start out in the 1960s. And then I think we're going to go through, the next scene is like the 70s and 80s, and then into the 90s. And then I believe the last scene is going to be New Year's Eve, 1999, and then bringing in the future. That's how I think it's going to go, if I remember correctly. If somebody else knows something else, then please put it in the comments. Feel free to correct me. I'm not perfect all the time, believe me. But that's what I understand is going to go on with this. My one big detail with this whole thing, my one request to all the Imagineers that are working on this, please do a good job with this. Do a good job. This attraction is legendary. This is one of those attractions that makes Disney World unique to all of the other theme parks that you can experience around the world. You know, nowhere else are you going to see a Carousel of Progress. And for those that have never ridden it, basically, real quickly, how it works is the theater scenes are in the center, and then your seats sit on a giant turntable. And it's like a big carousel. And so the centerpieces do not turn. Those stay the same, or those stay centered. The carousel, the carousel part is where the seats are. Those actually rotate around the centerpiece. So you actually move in basically quarter segments between scenes. When the scene changes, the seats rotate to the next scene, rotate to the next scene till you come all the way around and you get off. It is a very unique attraction. It is one of the only kinds of those in the world that you can experience. It is a gigantic piece of history, and it's a piece of Walt's legacy because he had a big part in that attraction. And to add into that, there were a few areas in the different scenes that I zoomed in on, but more specifically in the last scene, the Christmas scene, I zoomed in on the little pegboard up there, the cork board where they have all the memos and that posted and various pictures and whatnot. I believe those are pictures of the Imagineers that helped work on this project. But in the middle there's a big piece of paper that said, "Marty called, wants changes." That is a dedication to Marty Sklar, who had a big impact and a big part in the Carousel of Progress as he worked with Walt on that project. And the idea is you know, the Carousel of Progress is designed to be changed. And that's why that's there, meaning Marty called, he wants changes. So that attraction is going to change roughly every couple of decades, I would imagine. You know, because it's part of Progress, hence the name. How many people that have ridden that before have seen the little gray cat sleeping on the presents right near the grandma in the Christmas scene as she's playing the video game with her grandson? How many noticed that little gray cat sleeping on the packages? They zoomed in on him. You could see his little tail wag every now and then. The details in that ride are incredible. It's just every time you ride that, you see something new. And I've ridden that attraction a lot. And every time I go on it, I see something new. Also, too, the windows. I think the window scenes are amazing because as the seats move through the scene, as it gets into position, where as you come around, it's like you would be looking out an actual window, meaning the scenery changes. So what you see when you first come into the rooms, you see, if you look at the windows, you see one thing, but then as this theater comes around, as your seat comes around, the scenery changes in the window just as if you were walking through a house. It is absolutely amazing the level of detail they put on that attraction. And you think that goes way back, decades, back into the 1960s when this was designed. So the attention to detail on that attraction is just absolutely incredible. And then the other detail I thought was really cool is in the Christmas scene because it's set, if you notice, you look out the windows, it's nighttime, it's set at night. So what we can guess is either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day night. And if you look out the windows where I zoomed in on it in the back there, it looks like there's a swimming pool behind the house, like out on the back patio, that's got lights in it. And then it looks like they use LED lights to make it look like there's a waterfall cascading into the pool. But you can see the reflection of the water, very similar to like how swimming pools have lights in them at nighttime. And if there's a wall or anything nearby, you can see the reflection of the water on the wall. That's an amazing detail that they put in there. It's just the little things you got to look for. But there's all kinds of details in that attraction across all scenes. So my request to all the Imagineers working on this project, please do a good job on it. Please do not just slap something together and call it good. this project, again, is Walt's legacy. This is one of the projects where he had a major part in it. You know, the people that worked on this were Walt Disney himself, Marty Sklar, and then you had the Sherman brothers making the music. Rex Allen was the original narrator, which I believe Rex Allen is the grandfather in the last scene, where because his voice sounds identical. So I'm pretty sure that's the voice of Rex Allen. And then Uncle Orville, no privacy at all around this place. That is the voice of Mel Blanc, who voiced Bugs Bunny. And then my favorite detail in the entire Carousel of Progress is the narrator. And that is Gene Shepard, who narrated the Christmas Story movie. I didn't know that the very first time, but as the more times I rode Carousel of Progress, I kept thinking, that voice sounds so familiar. Where have I heard it before? And then I'd watch A Christmas Story, and I'd hear Gene Shepard narrate the story, and I'm thinking, that sounds just like the guy in Carousel of Progress that narrates Carousel of Progress. Well, I started doing some looking, and sure enough, it's Gene Shepard that narrates Carousel of Progress along with A Christmas Story. I'm curious as to who they're going to have narrate it this time. Obviously, it's not going to be Gene Shepard. I wish it would be, but it's not going to be, obviously. And Rex Allen, I can only imagine how good that narration must have been. You know, I'm curious as to who's going to narrate the story moving forward. I just hope they pick somebody good and has that good narration voice. So I'm glad, too, that I filmed this entire thing one more time, because this is something to have for forever. And it's going to be interesting when the new Carousel of Progress reopens. It's going to be interesting comparing them side by side. Again, I just hope Disney Imagineering does a fantastic job on this, because some of the projects Disney has done lately, I'm just going to be straight up. They've slapped shit together, and it's definitely not Disney Imagineering at its finest, as I like to say. Please do a good job on this. Use attention to detail. Capture people's attention and imaginations, and give people something to look at, so the more times you ride it, you see brand new things all the time. You know, that's all I ask for, because there's no other Carousel of Progress in the world. This is the only one. So take good care of it, because in a couple decades from now, they will likely update it again as we move into the future, just like they've done until current time. You know, this, like I said, this is not the only version of the Carousel of Progress. It has changed since its very beginning at the 1964-65 World's Fair. And then the other thing I want to add in, that no Disney vlogger, live streamer, nobody has ever pointed this out, but it's in the 4th of July scene. And I'm sure you can hear me laugh, because I laugh at it every single time I see it. And that's when the daughter comes into view in that scene where she's dressed as Lady Liberty and she's got that torch. And she said that if my boyfriend sees her like this, it might scare him away. And then the dad goes, "Oh, don't worry. At least you'll always have that torch you can carry for him." For those that may not know, carrying the torch basically means that you're constantly running after somebody that has no interest in you anymore, or that you're basically doing everything in the world to get somebody's attention that you really like, but they don't like you at all. They call that carrying the torch. And guys can do it to women, and women can do it to guys. So when he said that, you can always carry that torch for him, I can't help but laugh, because it's just, it's typical. It's typical of what a dad would say to a daughter sometimes. And it's just funny. It's those little things that are absolutely hilarious. So it's little sayings like that are hilarious. And then the other thing I wonder is, if you notice, when you hear the car horn in the 4th of July scene, and the guy says, "Oh, that's Schwartz in his new automobile." If you remember correctly, in the movie A Christmas Story, what was Ralphie's friend's name? Schwartz. That's the one where, when his mom asked him where he learned the F-bomb word, and then the narration says, "Now I know I've heard that word come out of my old man's mouth at least 100 times a day, but," he says, "for some reason I just blurted out Schwartz." That's when his mom calls Schwartz his mom. You hear in the background going, "What?" And the kid's like, "What did I do?" I just wonder if that had any tie-ins or anything like that. I mean, who knows? But it's just the creativity of the Carousel of Progress. So those are my thoughts on the Carousel of Progress and the little details. Let me know what's your favorite part of the Carousel of Progress, or if that's one of your favorite attractions at Walt Disney World and you have to ride it every time you go, or if you just, no big deal, could care less. You know, either way, I'm curious to see what your thoughts and opinions are on this. Or are you excited and maybe a little nervous like I am for this brand new update? You know, I'm curious. I want everybody's thoughts and opinions on this. So put them in the comments below. And as I mentioned, starting tonight at the close of Magic Kingdom at 11 p.m. tonight, Carousel of Progress will close down and will not reopen until sometime in 2027. We have no idea when, but my guess is it's probably going to be maybe about now or maybe late 2027. With everything they're going to be doing, I mean, they're overhauling every scene. So that's going to take a while. And then you got to think about it, installing all the new animatronics, get everything synced up, get all the audio together, make sure the scenes work seamlessly. There's a lot to do there. So it's probably going to be, I would say, summer, fall, or maybe early winter of 2027. We'll find out in time. So that's my thoughts and opinions on the Carousel of Progress. So I'll see you all in a little bit when I head back to the Magic Kingdom for 4th of July fireworks tonight on July the 5th as we continue to celebrate the 4th of July weekend and America's 250th anniversary.